Hi YouTube, this is Roblinarts1 here, and today I'm doing a movie review of Superman Returns, part of my ongoing Superman month that I'm doing. So Superman Returns is based after the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2, and it's directed by Bryan Singer, also who directed X-Men 1, X-Men 2. Recently he directed Jack the Giant Slayer. So Superman Returns. Superman Returns brings Clark Kent back to Earth, as he spent 5 years journeying to Krypton to find a barren wasteland of his home planet. He returns to Earth and finds that now people no longer need him to act as a savior. And the movie is very much about the relevance of Superman. Is he relevant in today's world where the ideals are changed? Because back when the original movie came out, obviously Superman was very relevant, but Superman is now in a modern audience. And the question can be asked, is Superman relevant in today's world? This film has mixed to negative reviews. I don't know the exact details, but this film wasn't very well received. And a lot of that has to do, in my opinion, was the choice of story. Obviously you want to bring in a new audience and to ask the question, is Superman relevant? And they sort of went about this in a not a very good way. First of all, Brandon Routh, a lot of the time when he's in the suit, he's CGI. And folks, if you are going to do CGI, do it well. Because a lot of the times when you view this movie, the CGI is so obvious that it's CGI that you're like, that's really obvious that it's CGI and it's bad. Like, not to compare this with The Man of Steel, which is coming out in like a month. But The Man of Steel, yeah, sure, there is going to be some CGI, but I don't think it's going to be obvious. This film makes it obvious in a bad way. And Brandon Routh, I felt, wasn't really given the chance to play Superman. He was given the chance to play Clark Kent, but he wasn't given the chance to play Superman, and that unfortunately made this film bad. Another problem is they went with the Lex Luthor villain. Because a lot of people after this film wanted to see a new, supervillain. Because we'd had Zod, we'd had Lex Luthor, I can't remember what else we had, but the perfect villain, in my opinion, for this film would have been Doomsday. Now, there's a fan film based in this universe, kind of, where Superman does fight Doomsday, and it's really good. The fan film, by the way, is called Superman Doomsday. If you type that into YouTube, you'll get the fan films. They're very good. Anyway, Superman Returns is just, it's not a great film. But they do have a very interesting, something that's very interesting, at least to me. They have Superman have a son. It's strongly implied that Superman and Lois Lane had a baby. And it's also implied that that this child might become Superboy in the future. I thought that was a very interesting concept. However, the issue is it didn't fit. They sort of put themselves into a corner and couldn't get out of it. Because the issue with Superman having a son is, can Kryptonians and humans breed together? And another problem is, because Superman is a superhero, and because Lois Lane is with Richard Perry, also played by James Marsden, how would that have worked? And I had an issue with that, because this child does not know his heritage with Superman, but also has that added problem of, he's going to eventually develop these abilities, and I sort of felt the child really created a problem. But it was still an interesting idea to sort of have, in my opinion. It's sort of a double-edged sword, in a way. So what else can I say to you about this movie? Kevin Spacey is a great Lex Luthor. And he really played on the old Lex Luthor from the original movies, and sort of gave his own little twist in it. And he was really good at that. I also thought Kate Bosworth was okay as Lois Lane. She's not my Lois Lane personally, but she was okay. This film is skippable. I mean, the film is good, but it's neither here nor there. I mean, if you like Superman and that stuff, then buy the film. If you aren't really that bothered about Superman, then it's up to you, really. Personally, I felt the film, although enjoyable, it has its issues, and I can see why they rebooted the franchise. So that's me done, and I shall see you all later for another review. Bye!